Hi Capricorn, Happy New Year. This is a general tarot reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon and Ascendant, or rising sign. Well, first things first, Capricorn. For all you January Capricorn birthday people, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, and it's a good birthday for you guys. Why? Because Saturn, your ruler, has just, over the Christmas period, left the 12th house for you and has entered the first house. And it's all about you now. All about you. This is your time to shine, baby. Just as I said it's all about you, we pulled the first card, which is the Hermit. But we're going to put this down and we're going to keep shuffling and finding more cards so that we can get a big grand overview of what's been happening. So what has been happening for you, Capricorn? Well, you have just finished the biggest 30-year cycle of your life, where it's all about ending karmic debt. That sounds good, doesn't it? Because it is good. It's not about debts. You may still owe loans or mortgages or whatever it is you have, but your karmic debt is finished, which means you owe nobody nothing. What you came here to do in this part of your life is now finished. Anybody that you felt that you were obliged to them in some way, you were indebted to them in some way, or you had to take care of them or anything like that, it's gone, finished, over. You've paid your debt. And now you're a free bird, baby. You're free. You're free. And that was more heavily emphasized over the last 2.5 years for you, Capricorn. Why? Because Saturn, your ruler, was in your 12th house. And that was all about tidying up loose ends, surrendering to letting go. Basically, understanding that you don't have to hold on to anything of the past anymore. For some of you in the last 2.5 years, and a bunch of cards just came out, probably all the cards that we need, maybe. I'll just tell you what they are. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is the 8 of Swords. What next? We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I like that card. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 6 of Cups. So that was a whole bunch of cards that we pulled for. So we need just maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we'll have the grand overview. So I'll keep telling you what was going on. The last 2.5 years, you have surrendered. You have felt sharp losses in your life. You may have lost people. This is the 7 of Cups. You may have lost people. You may have lost very important things in your life. Things that once gave you structure. They passed out of your life. And it was like a great cleansing, a great surrendering, so that you could finally remove all of the last few pieces of your old life. Here we have Strength. One more card, and then we'll have a big proper look at them and see what's going on. You have been cleansed over the last 2.5 years of the old structures of your old life in order for you to begin again now. And you know what? That's exciting, Capricorn. It's exciting for you because how many years now have you felt responsible for other people, taking on other people's problems, other people's burdens, feeling that it was all on your shoulders, that when it came to it, that all arrows pointed at you. You were the one that just had to bear it all. And all of that, oh, one card just fell on the floor there. When that happens, usually for me, I can almost feel like it's an energy thing. The card came out and then just fell on the floor. And I think that's what you've been feeling, especially over the last 2.5 years, Capricorn, that it was like, I'm just dying here. I give up. I give up. But that was the darkness before the dawn. And now let me get that card that's on the floor. I love this. The happy ever after card as your final outcome. Okay, what does all of this mean? Before I turn the camera down to look at the cards, I just want to say, on the very first day, on the 1st of January, we've got a full moon happening for you in your 7th house. So you're going to be feeling a little bit emotional and putting extra focus on your relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, marriages, people that you have a very strong bond with, intimate bond with. Could be friends that you would consider almost like a bromance, or your sister in that way, somebody that you really love. From the 1st of January, you're going to be focusing on that and really understanding how you feel. It's about getting clarity, about understanding how you feel about relationships. My guess for you, Capricorn, is that a great many of you will be finally understanding what has been happening for you in the last 30 years in terms of relationships and partnerships, and particularly in the last 2.5 years. You'll have that, I get it, I get it now, that moment of clarity where you begin to put things to rest or put things to bed so that you can have a total review of what a good relationship looks like for you from now on, from January 2018. That's your focus. You want to build on having good, proper, solid relationships that mean something to you. And I like that. So, okay, Capricorn, I'm just going to organize the cards here. Organize, your word, because that's what you're all about, isn't it, Capricorn? Organizing, structuring. And that must have been a scary 2.5 years for you, because in the 12th house, it's all about dissolution, dissolving the structure. And for you, it must have been terrifying as somebody who is all about having structure. It was like a bad dream. But it makes sense. And as January continues, it will make more and more sense to you why that had to happen. Because you're a sensible sign, Capricorn. You like structure, but you also recognize when it's time to tear structures down so that something more solid can be put in its place. Okay, let's move. Let's go, Capricorn. Here we have it. Here's your general overview for January 2018. And so we're beginning with the Hermit. And this isn't any surprise, this is a Virgo card, but it for me, it's also quite Saturnian in some way. The Hermit, a person who goes it alone, who really prefers their own company, who prefers to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, regardless of what's happening around them. And this kind of looks a bit like you. He looks a bit like Father Time, which is very Saturnian, of course. But as January kicks in, you'll be feeling a little bit lonesome, a little bit okay with that too, and rediscovering your own sense of truth, your own sense of identity, that little light that shines inside of you. You're now going to be holding it up and casting that light over everything in your world and saying, is this for me? Does this match what my inner truth is telling me? So that's it. You'll be casting your inner light over everything around you. And what will that do? What will you be really focusing upon? Your purpose in life. Because like we said, Capricorn, you've paid your karmic debt. You don't owe anybody anything anymore. Nobody can hold anything emotionally or in any way over you, because it's finished. It's done. It's done, Capricorn. So now you're finding a new purpose, and the new purpose for you is about mastering who you are, mastering your new purpose, getting stuck in and working smart from now on making a future that makes better sense for you, a future that better reflects who you are. And there's also security involved here, building a sense of your own personal security, what you offer to the world, how you present the best parts of you to the world. You'll be working hard on reshaping that and putting a better shape to it, basically. I know, reshaping, putting a better shape. Yeah, I'm stumbling over my words here, so sorry about that. That's totally unacceptable for a Capricorn now, because they don't want anything loose and shoddy and half-assed. They want perfection. They want mastery over their own life from now on. And you're going to get it, because that's what January energy is bringing in for you, Capricorn. And then what? Then what the heck what? The Six of Pentacles here, it's talking about rebalancing your relationships. You know, we said from the 1st of January, you'll be looking at how you relate to other people and how they relate to you. Has it been a bit one-sided? Have you felt indebted to people, or have they felt indebted to you? Have you been giving much more than you've been getting back, Capricorn, or vice versa? Now the great balancing is coming, because this is going to be part of your new purpose in life, to balance these relationships so that everybody gets a fair deal, like it's not all on your shoulders. Because you, like we said, again, I'll repeat, you've paid your debts. The universe is no longer demanding so much from you. Now it's saying you can breathe again. You can breathe again, Capricorn, and now you can rebalance, because the burden is off your shoulder. And look at this. The burdens are going to be rebalanced and off your shoulders. Are you prepared to allow this rebalancing happen? Because you've been under such intense mental pressure when it comes to these burdens. This card often talks about burdens that have been self-imposed. Now that's partly true. Yes, you have allowed yourself take on more than you can chew at times, and you have felt the pressure of that. But maybe a lot of it was a little exaggerated, perhaps, Capricorn. And I'm not trying to be mean to you. I mean, you're a very responsible sign. Capricorns step up to the plate. They are responsible, and they will meet their responsibilities like a pro. But now it's probably time to address some of those imbalances that you have actually taken on, that you have allowed to happen, because this card talks about allowing yourself to be blind to truths. Maybe you've been blind for so long about what is true and what isn't true about certain situations and certain people, that you were prepared to overlook some of their bad behavior in order to keep what you would consider a kind of balance. But that's only caused you nightmares. That's only made the situation worse. The blindfold has got to come off now, Capricorn, and the rebalancing has to start. And that should be exciting for you, and a little bit scary, I get that, because it's been so long where you haven't been given a goddamn break, that now it's time, now the energy is there for you to, you know, take a break, have a break. And, you know, towards the end of January, you've got a few things going on. You've got Mars in your 12th house, which again is going to be mopping up and cleaning up all of the burdens that you've been carrying. The last few details, they'll be cleaned up and things will make more sense to you. But here we have another card. Look at this guy. He's on his own in bed, sitting bolt upright in the middle of the night, putting his head in his hands with all these knives sitting in his conscious mind, saying, and he's going, whoa, what the hell? This is just one long nightmare, one long bad thing happening after another. And I can't take the pressure anymore. I can't sleep. It's just too much. Where the hell is my life going? What is my purpose? Why is everything around me like a bag of mad? The good news, Capricorn, that January is going to end this awful, awful nightmare cycle that you've been under for the last 2.5 years. It's coming to an end. You're not going to feel so lonesome facing all these problems alone anymore. That's going to end. And how is that going to begin ending in January? Well, with the cooperation of people. With the cooperation of people that you care about, people that give you a sense of purpose, people that are prepared to celebrate this new life with you, to celebrate your new beginning, the new energy that's absolutely pouring into you right now. You know, for some of you Capricorns, you could have been worrying about your finances or how to balance your finances, how to manage them, and what the heck to do with your money. Where do I go? How do I shape my finances that they bring me joy, they bring me a bit of happiness, and that it doesn't just drain out of my pocket, that I'm actually able to do something fun with my money. And this new energy in January is going to provide that answer. Perhaps you'll be learning something new, investing in a small way in somebody else's project even. Perhaps there are younger people in your life that need a little bit of a cash injection for something that they want to build, and you're going to help them because through their purpose, maybe you'll get a sense of purpose too. Or maybe it is just all about you, which it should be. Maybe it's just all about you restructuring your money with the help of the cooperation of a few other people, a few experts, a few skilled people who can point you in the right direction. And I adore this card. Leo also got this card, and it's perfect. It perfectly explains your journey right now, this January, Capricorn. It's the hero card. You're the hero. You have just come out of such incredible shit, and now it's a complete flip over. It's a complete rejuvenation. It's starting all over again, but this time you're the hero. You're the one that gets to write the stories. They often say that the winners write the history books, the conquerors, those who win the battle write the book. And that's what's happening here for you. You've won the battle, that huge, long, long battle. So now you get to write the book. You are now the new law. What Capricorn says is law, because you've been there, seen that, done that, bought the t-shirt, and everything now that you have to say is the word. It's the law. And you're going to run with it. Here we have the Knight of Swords, who's all about charge. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's go. Because he's holding the sword, a new truth, a new reason to go in and cut through all the crap that you've experienced over many, many, many years. You felt so tied. You felt completely in bondage, and not the kind of bondage that many Capricorns enjoy. Yeah, your secret's out. We do know, Capricorn. But a different type of bondage where you completely felt you had nowhere to run, nowhere to go, no place to hide, and no matter Where you tried to go, people always demanded so much of you, but now it's like, I've got the sword, baby, and what I say is law, and I'm going to cut through all of your bullshit like a hot knife through butter, and you won't see it coming, because it's going to hurt some people, but to hell with them. Many people deserve to be cut off, to be severed from your life, because they have filled your life with such intense bullshit for so many years. They deserve to be cut out. I'll say this too, this card represents air signs, and the air signs are Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. A great many of those people may have to be cut out from your life, or they may be the ones who act as a catalyst to spur you on into having that new swift energy to move and cut through the thorn bushes that have been holding you back. So either negatively or positively, Libra, Aquarius or Gemini will be influencing that swift movement to cut through the crap of your life. And then what? Okay, well, I get this, because you've just come out of 2.5 years of looking back on your past with a sense of nostalgia, a sense of love. You loved many people. Perhaps you have spent a long time missing people, pining over the love that you've lost, or people that you really genuinely cared about. And there'll be a great review where you take the photographs out, take the memories, you'll go into your boxes in your mind, pull them out, and have that great review of all those happy memories. Some happy, some sad, but there is a sense of nostalgia, of looking back. And January will give you the space to look back without anger. Don't look back in anger. Okay? Don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Yeah, that's your tune for January. Don't look back in anger. Why? Why not? Because you've got your future coming, full of potential. I always say, check out this dude, all in black. I mean, black is your color. My Saturnian Capricorns, you are the man or the woman in black. And even in the shadows, where it still feels like you're standing in the shadows, but in the skies above, you see it. You see the potential ahead of you for love, for truth, for all the treasures that can be possibly yours. All the treasures. And you're saying, wow, what? Really? Can all of this be for me? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. And not only is it possible, it's now a fact. Capricorns love fact. And very often, dreamy things don't equal facts to you. But you're going to get it now. You're going to realize that very often dreams and the potentials that lie on the horizon are the beginning of the manifestation of your factual life. Before we can manifest something into a concrete reality, we must first dream it to be possible. And that's where you are at. How gorgeous is that, Capricorn? Almost as gorgeous as you. Now, I'll say that mid-January, we have Venus and the Sun happening in your second house, and that's going to be a big spotlight on your income. Now, we've had cards here that not only represent your purpose in life, but also represent income. We're checking out these cards here. Income, yeah, a lot of money cards. And you're going to begin to have fun again spending your money. Have you been bled dry by people? Maybe a lot of you have had a relationship where you felt you were being used for your money, or you felt the only thing you had to offer was your money. And Now, mid-January, you're going to fall back in love. I'm going to bring the camera back up again. You're going to sorry about that, Capricorn. I was moving the camera and of course I turned it off by accident. Just as I was saying that you, with the Venus and the Sun in your second house, you're going to fall back in love. And maybe when I said that, you got a shock and you just said, whoa, whoa, I'm not prepared to hear that, boom, and the camera shuts off. Well, you should be prepared to hear that because that is your new reality. Fun, spending money like crazy. I'm going to be doing what? Shocking for a Capricorn to be just spending money and throwing it around. But yeah, maybe that's part of the healing. Maybe you need to go out. Okay, I would say this to another sign, don't be ridiculously over the top, but Capricorns are never quite ridiculously over the top. Unless we're talking about Elvis or David Bowie. I think they were Capricorns, weren't they? They were quite ridiculously over the top. So, I don't know, maybe you should go ridiculously over the top and spend money on your new image, first house, which is happening now. Spend money on your new image. Go for the glam. Look great, look good, throw away the clothes that are just gone crappy and spend money on new quality items, on you, and have fun doing it. Now here are the last cards, the final overview, the final outcome, should I say, and I adore this, Capricorn. Strength. And my God, that's what you have now. You're no longer weak. You're no longer burdened. You're no longer feeling like the blood is draining from you, because after everything you've been through, one of the gifts that Saturn is giving you, because if Saturn is going to give anybody gifts, he's going to give it to his favorite. And yes, you are his favorite. And my God, to be the favorite of Saturn, you're blessed, because first thing he's going to give you is strength to conquer anything that comes up from now on. Inner demons. I don't have inner demons anymore, says Capricorn, because I'm able to wrestle them and move on from them. They're not important to me now. Those inner demons are just like little kitties now. I can stroke them and rub them and they can just meow, meow, because they don't scare me anymore. Nothing scares Capricorn anymore. Gift number 1. Gift number 2 for the favorite child, the happy ever after card. Happy ever after. You've got the fairy tale, Capricorn. You've got it. And all the evil ogres, monsters, trolls, witches that have been in your fairy tale up until now, you conquered them. You slayed them. You slayed the dragon. And you got your happy ever after. And I love that. And you deserve it, Capricorn. You deserve it. Because I think it's time now for people to see you for who you really are. Because people have been seeing quite a negative side of you for so long, and it's not who you are. You are actually such good fun and such a pleasure to be around, and it's time people got to see that, and they will. They are going to see it. They are going to see it, because it's all about you. You're going to be just one big ball of shiny magnetic energy. And I adore that. And we adore you, Capricorn. We adore you. Happy birthday. Enjoy all of this big transition time for you into your shiny new universe. And have fun. And remember to laugh. Remember to laugh. And maybe if you like this video, remember to subscribe. Remember to share the love and come back to my channel again and tell your friends, because what you say now is the law. Remember, you get to write the story. If you recommend this channel, people will listen. So I'm counting on you, Capricorn. And do come back next month. to see what's happening for the rest of 2018. Capricorn, I love you and I wish you the very best. And here is a big, full, fat kiss for you. Mwah.